know where we're going?
Yeah, 24 minutes. Yeah.
Okay. I'm relying on you because I have no idea where we're going.
We're going to work on the Bentley.
Yep, that's cool.
We're going to work on a turbo, mechanically injected Bentley that doesn't go.
It's actually is it called a Turbo R?
The Turbo R.
That's what the car was called.
He actually knows more about it than I do. A long time ago, I met a man who worked in the film industry. He worked as the grip or key grip in Avatar and the Lord of the Rings, and we worked on him with a truck, and surprisingly he sold that truck. It was a 40 series Land Cruiser, and I thought he'd never sell it. Anyway, he phoned me recently, and I think I got an email, and he said something along the lines of he had a turbo Bentley engine, and I'm like, what have you done? Apparently he got this engine cheap. He's put it into a crane base, or a crane, used to have a crane on it, some sort of vehicle, and they're going to use it to put cameras on, and it doesn't go because the ignition system doesn't work. So we're heading to Auckland, Jason and myself, to try and get this thing going, work out some stuff. We've really got no idea what we're doing. We're just going to Auckland. We started working on boat this morning, and that just needed a little tidy up. And when we started pulling things apart, as they normally do, I think I might have suggested it needed a sort out and a full root of rewire. It almost needed a wire up. We haven't finished that job, but we said, no, look, we've got to get going. We've got to get to Auckland. We're going to have a look at this Bentley and see what we come up with. And when I first talked to Jace about it, he knew about it. He started telling me about what it was and where it went, and I was like, really? Thanks to YouTube, he actually paid attention and learned something. So I think I'm going to let him take over, actually.
I know nothing about it, I just know stuff about it.
You know nothing, you just know stuff.
I just know stuff. I just know random bits
of uselessness.
Yeah. I've seen them in a car.
Do you know the configuration of the crankshaft sensor?
No.
Do you know the teeth count on the trigger wheel for the... No?
No, I know there's about the drives between the two distributors.
There's about the drives between the two distributors. Yes, you got that. That's good.
Yep.
Two coils, distributors, leads. I'm working with, we're going to make that work. I've got an ignition module in the back. I've got a link ECU in the back. I haven't rung Simon to say, hey, we're doing the Bentley. You can't leave work today because we might need his help.
Sure.
So let's get there and see what happens. We have arrived, and it seems to be in this thing. So there's that's what we're working on, and somewhere there is a Bentley V8 in it. He loves weird stuff, eh? There we go, we found it. I thought it had two turbos. It looks like it's only got the one. Bi-turbo. Now, there's only the one. There's a funny drive shaft so we can actually get the crank sensor. Righto. So this is what we've got to get going. It cranks over. Doesn't make any noise though. Righto, we've got to come up with a plan to make it go. So we scoped it, what happened?
About that.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing would be it, eh? Has it taken a whack on the end?
Go with the...
I don't think we can break it, so let's start cutting.
Righto. Made in Germany.
think I found the problem. There's the problem. It's got a lack of continuity.
It's the Bluetooth, it's out Bluetooth.
That is definitely an issue.
Yeah.
Did you bring a grinder?
No, I didn't.
You didn't bring a grinder?
Huh.
I reckon this plastic piece on the top could be cut off. And if we get in there, we'll find wires.
Going by this.
It's been more than one day it's been broken.
The green ones.
The green one? It's a yellow wire, Jason. It's yellow.
It's got the green stuff on the end of it.
Can we just ring someone up and say, have you got...
It's got a part number on it.
Do the Google... Oh, yeah.
Push part number on it.
Well, how about we take a photo of that before I destroy it? Right, so if I find the gap, and then we... Oh, gotta be careful with that side there. I'm gonna kick the box onto the ground. Now if I find the gap, I mark the gap as 0, which happens to be right here. And it actually looks, they look funny. The 2 teeth each side of that look funny. Okay, so we go, so that's a nothing. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here he is. He's back already. I haven't unlocked the ECU yet. I was talking to the boys from Link, and they laughed at me. They happily laughed at me. They actually took a little bit of pleasure in my pain, saying that I just had to count the teeth. And I'm like, how many is it? And I'm like, there's lots. He said he thought it might have been like a 36. I'm like, it looked way more than 36 to me. Yeah. Of course, that was before we sent Jason on a wild goose chase trying to find sensors around for a Bentley V8 in Auckland.
I know, 1986 no less.
31, 32, 36, 37, 39, 40.
How'd you get on?
Well, I'm back, so...
You've just fucked off to Hamilton.
You didn't just go down to Burger King and buy them out or something? Well, I'm...
Funny looking burger, and there's a funny looking fry.
Woo, look at that. I was wondering if it had a Bosch 3-pin plug on it.
It does. The guy's like, you're a long way from home. He's actually like, actually, where is that? And I was like, yeah, we're a long way. Yeah, we're a long way.
I'm probably just going to cut the plug off.
I thought you might do that.
Right, cool. And I'm going to go back to my counting. I'm at 30. Oh no, I've just marked 40.
Just marked 40?
Yeah. Give it another crank. 100 RPM?
Hey?
100 RPM?
Yeah.
It looks a little funny and we've got a couple of trigger errors, but it's got some RPM. We need a spark tester.
I have a spark plug in here.
Yeah, so we're going to line it up. I suppose I could I'm going to go here. Okay, might be a spark plug.
Spark tester. Okay, the spark plug's all I need to get out.
I was just going to give this one a bit of a gap adjustment. Okay, I'm going to give it some sparks. I'm going to try not to blow shit up. So I probably should set up some configuration and call it a V8. Can you find me the firing order of this engine, please? One works.
I just put one is in firing order into it.
I did. Did already. That's what I did. I went, I don't know what the firing order is, so I'm going to use one that I know. Have you got spark on that one? Have you got spark on this one?
Can't see it much, it's just your clip. Definitely got spark on this one.
Well, we definitely don't have spark on this one though.
No. There's a whole lot of oil falling out the bottom.
As long as that stuff gets into that engine, I'm good. Crank it in there. Crank that shit in there. Crank that stuff in there. I think we probably should pull number one spark plug out and TDC number one, and then I'll mark a timing mark and we'll see how close it is, eh?
Okay.
Make sense? Just turn it off for a moment, eh? So, yeah, you whip number one out. I'll work out a way to turn this bloody thing over. And we'll put a timing mark on it. And then I think we'll pull it. Can we get this cover off and get fuel right into it? Poke the fuel directly into that engine.
There's a hole here.
The chuff valve.
How long is it?
86. Oh, how long has it sat? How long has it not been running?
2014.
Oh, yeah, that's only for 6 years. We're good. We're good.
Yeah, okay.
It's just all the missing shit off it that I'm worried about. But I figure if we can put some fuel into it and it gets spark, bang, bang. What are you talking about, Willis?
TEC. I think.
Yeah. You poke a little hole, screwdriver in the hole, little stick in the hole, and it's pretty close.
Well, it feels like
Well, I'm going to make marks anyway. So actually, we're at. Oh, what are we at?
Where's that torch?
40.
Ready? Ready? Up.
It's way off. Push enter. Yeah, go.
Worry about the fuel right now?
I don't worry about fuel, just crank it. Oh, there it is. It's over here. It's like 22 marks. So like 60 degrees out. Go. So what you've got here, you see this? So this is like your airflow meter. So as the engine produces vacuum, it opens this, and there's a lever that runs into here and alters the fuel.
Oh, there's a throttle blade there, down there.
Yeah, so your throttle blade is down underneath.
So is it fucking, or where's the boost fucking?
Yeah. So as in vacuum, so as the airflow goes through that, it opens the flap, moving this, altering the fuel, and this is distributing the fuel as such. We like don't go shy on the engine side either. 5.75 litres. 6.75. 6.75 litres. 6.75 litres needs lots of fuel. We might need a second can, but I didn't bring a second can. Working on getting a timing offset. See if this thing makes noise. Noise! Definitely on number one. Double check that's number one. 300 degrees offset. Go juice. Thunderbirds are go.
Hey. It ran.
Hey!
It's like a Ford, actually.
Yep. Kind of wants to done. Let's go to the fuel pump.
That pisses fuel everywhere. We need to fix all the leaks.
Well, we'll fix the leaks, eh? I want to make some noise.
How's that oil leak going?
How's that whirling? Oh, I don't think it's holding it. Yep, I don't think that's holding it. I can see by the puddle on the ground. It's got the big leak. But woohoo!